the fascinating part, Frank, about the Stanley Cup Final. On one side, you have the jubilation. On the other side, it's heartbreak, man. And that was really the case for Florida, who had to go into this game without their driver, their MVP, Matt Tkachuk, and then to sit and watch Paul Maurice after the game go through the laundry list of injuries that Tkachuk was playing through, the laundry list of injuries that Aaron Ekblad continued to play through, dating back to the Boston series as well. I mean, Frank, it's heartbreaking to see what happened in Florida, but at the same time, the future's bright there. Is this not a team that's built for future success?
I think they've put the Florida Panthers on the map, one of the most anonymous franchises in pro sports. They've now become a destination, I think. It was always sort of the sneaky, unreal place to live and play hockey. Now it's going to be unreal place to live, no state income tax, and oh, by the way, the team is really good now. And part of that is because you have someone like Matthew Tkachuk choose the Florida Panthers, a franchise player that they can continue to build around, fractured sternum and all. It's unbelievable that he played in game 4 and scored a game-tying goal with like one of those car accident type injuries with a fractured sternum. So the fact that he needed help getting his equipment on and knew that he couldn't do it for game 5, bananas to think about. You mentioned the Ekblad injury, but the amazing thing about where the Panthers are, Tyler, is they're building not for this year. This year was just kind of, hey, whatever happened is a bonus. Let's try and get in as a 7 or 8 seed.
Bonus.
Unbelievable bonus. They had dead cap space that they were dealing with, some tough contracts that they needed to wade through, including Patrick Hornquist. I mean, this is a team that made its last trade in December and really did nothing significant all season long because they weren't really sure that they were going to get in. They lose their way into the Stanley Cup playoffs by virtue of the Pittsburgh Penguins and their loss to the Chicago Blackhawks. And then they go on this magical run. Sergei Bobrovsky comes alive, and there's definitely some question marks that remain from that. But the core pieces that are around this team, knowing that you got your hands on a Matthew Tkachuk, that was so significant for this franchise moving forward that it was like, let's get the guy that we really want, and then let's worry about next year. And so no one saw this run coming, beating the Boston Bruins, not just coming back from 3-1, but in game 7, down in the third period, tying it, winning it in OT. The flawless record that they had in OT in the entire playoff run. It was magic. It was Disney magic, so to speak. And it wore off in the finals, and the injuries caught up to them. But the way that this team is built, the cap space that they have moving forward, Florida is going to become now a go-to destination in the NHL, because for too long they were just an also-ran, another team that was in the NHL that wasn't taken seriously by anyone. And I think they've completely changed the perception around the franchise with this run.